We are starting off today's video with some heat in the race shop. About to fire the 18T for this weekend at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Want to make sure, like normal, that we have no leaks and everything was put in properly. So normally we use our old blue pickup and we push it down our long driveway and then fire and bring the car back here. But unfortunately that is not at the house right now, so we don't have anything to fire off the car with. So my dad mentioned that he could use his personal truck, which I didn't really like that idea. I don't think we should do that. So other than that, I said we had no other options, but he believes, tell him what you believe.
I think the mule can fire it off.
And I do not think the mule can fire it off.
So we got a $100 bet.
No, it's not $100.
Yeah, well, come on, you got more money than I did.
Okay, so he's like, okay, bet me if you don't believe it. Because most mules, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Some mules can start sprint cars, some can't. I feel like ours isn't as powerful. So I'm kind of a chicken. I'll put a $20 bet up. $20 bet up that the mule cannot start the 18T, and he thinks it can.
$20 isn't even worth my time. I need $100 to make it to work.
So I'm gonna get suited up here. I'm gonna get suited up, and we're about to find out. I kind of actually hope I'm wrong because I don't want to waste our time trying to fire this thing, but I don't think I'm wrong. So we'll get to the top of the driveway, and we're gonna basically see who's buying lunch for the day. My dad's pushing me right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like 85% sure I'm actually probably wrong. This thing's most likely gonna fire.
Ready? All right, one more gear.
Wait, what happened?
The dog ran away.
Where'd he go?
He went up in the trees. I'll go get the pickup, try to roll backwards.
You don't think it's gonna work?
No.
Pa's actually right there.
Come here, come on.
Our dog freaked out. The poor guy ran away. He's back on there. He is, wow, he's spooked. Good? Okay. Back in gear. Now this is gonna work no problem, but I thought I was really gonna be wrong with that, and I wasn't. So we're now gonna do this the right way. Get the 18T all fired up, see how it runs.
I know. Thank goodness it's only 20 bucks.
I will say, rarely I'm the one that's right. I will argue till the day I'm die, but I deep down, usually rarely I'm the one that's right. But in this case, we got the job done. But glad car fired up, everything looked good. Yeah, now we're just ready to, get this thing all loaded up and head to Cottage Grove. Big weekend of racing, Western Sprint Tour, 2 nights. And we are going to be running the BC Motorsports I-1, which means we have potential for 4 main event victories if we could sweep the weekend. So that's our goal. We're going there, high hopes, run up front, run good, show the speed that we have, and yeah, get this thing in the box and get ready for that. Well, and just like that, the 18T is all tied down, ready to head north. So we're definitely looking forward to this weekend. As I mentioned, I'm also running Brian's I-1 limited sprint. So it's gonna be a busy 2 nights. Gonna be hopping back and forth between one to the next and, qualify, then switch, then heat race switch, main event switch. So I'm pumped to be able to get that many laps in one weekend and be able to chase multiple victories each night. And the reason that this is possible is because they're running so many classes. So we are hoping that the track doesn't suffer because of that. They're running 7 different classes, late models, A mods, B mods, limiteds, 360s, street stock, blocks and the Hornets or Sport Compacts. Luckily, the weather is on our side though. I think it's supposed to be like the high is 68 degrees, so it's gonna be pretty cool. So a lot of laps on the track with, you know, maybe cooler temperatures could actually mean a good surface if it doesn't slicken off as fast, but it has enough cars and enough racing on it to where it could still, you know, get wide, get slick, be able to run multiple lanes and maybe not be hard on tires. And that is kind of where we're at right now, because luckily when we ran with the Outlaws, we were able to buy some tires because they have a tire truck there. But for all these local shows, there's not as much available. So we're kind of trying to burn off and make what we can last through this weekend. And then we just have a couple more weekends left to finish off 2022. So we're trying to make what we have last now, and then if for some reason you can get Hoosier rubber anywhere, you start trying to stock up for the beginning of next year, because we have no idea what our tire situation is going to look like moving forward, and if you know, they might become even more scarce than they are now. So we are back at the shop now, and it is much later, and in this next part of the video, I wanted to share with you something we actually caught this week while I was doing my maintenance that I don't really know the best way to put it, but basically could have caused a huge disaster on track. So this right here is known as a wheel center. As it says in the name, a wheel center is inside of the wheel. We have the inner and the outer, and then right in the middle, bolted in, is that wheel center. Now, each and every week while I'm washing, I have my rag and I'm cleaning the wheel, and I'm, you know, trying to get all the grease and the grit off of it. And I run that rag across all the splines to make sure there's no cracks. And this week, while I was doing my check, you can see a crack right there. And if you spin it, there's another crack. So that was a major catch, and it's something that can easily be overlooked. You know, you just you clean all your stuff, you're not really paying attention, you know, whatever. And, you know, one of those is cracked. You put that wheel on the car, you go out there, it breaks off, your tire comes off your race car, and from there, who knows how your story is written. Sometimes it ends good and you get lucky, and sometimes it ends in the worst way possible. And the only thing that saved us from actually probably breaking that at the Silver Dollar Speedway, get this. So we bought a brand new tire from Hoosier. We went out on the racetrack. We must have ran something over. So like 2 of the blocks got chunked out, and so we weren't able to run it. The Outlaws let us put a brand new tire on to replace that one because it was damaged and it was not technically runnable at, you know, 100% runnable. We still brought it back home here, and we're gonna run it for local stuff, but like with them, you know, you run 30 laps on it, very well could, you know, go flat at some point. But that tire, that wheel was mounted up on, had that wheel center. So we stopped running it for the weekend because we just didn't get the chance to dismount it, and it had that wheel center. So if that would not have happened, we probably would have ran it, and we probably would have lost a right rear tire. So when you look at it from that angle, it's just, yeah, it's just crazy. The last thing to mention in this video, since we are talking about the Silver Dollar Speedway, I just wanted to quickly touch on our 6 nights with the World of Outlaws in 2022, just to kind of give like my honest recap in our results and our speed. The first thing to mention is we had a much better showing this season than we did last. In the big picture, we had some good nights and we had some bad nights, but overall we qualified better, we had better results, we got lapped less, and, you know, like at Silver Dollar on our prelim night, which wasn't technically an official Outlaw show, but we slid for the lead. You know, we were running up front. We got to kind of mix it up with some of the best guys and legitimately race with them, you know, side by side, throw some slide jobs, not like we were kind of just there. Like we showed them that we could compete. And even last night at Skagit, you know, we were side by side with Jacob Allen for a while. We were ahead of Donnie for a little bit. You know, we raced with those guys really, really well, and like we're super close to a top 10 run. So overall, happy with how things went. They can always go better, so that just makes us hungrier. And, you know, I wish I could go back and do a couple of the nights again, because I definitely could have improved our results. And since I just got that experience, it's so valuable, and it's only going to help me for all the shows I run in the future and just my whole sprint car career ahead. You only learn and just learn when you're racing with the Outlaws, because they put you in your place, they humble you, and they make you better. So that is that, and like I said in the last video, this is what I live for, and this is what a lot of you guys live for. You know, not even just the good nights, like those, you know, we love the good nights, we love the wins, we love the victories. I love getting to see you fans, but you know, as much as it sucks, but in racing, like even the bad nights, like a bad night of racing is still a better night doing something else. So you just have to take everything for what it's worth, and it's hard to stay positive sometimes. It's hard to keep your head down and keep moving forward. It's really easy to quit, and quitting sounds nice, but it's just, it's all a part of all of our unique stories and our personal journeys that we're on. And if you want to be involved in this for a while, you got to just keep trucking, keep moving forward, and keep putting your best foot forward to make things happen. But ready to head to Cottage Grove this weekend. We're chasing a couple of victories, and we're hoping to put the I-1 in the 18T in victory lane. See you guys all there. Deuces.